Well, happy Tuesday. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. I am really excited about what we're talking about tonight, and I cannot wait to share with you. So, as you're joining us, pop on and say hello. Tell me where you're from. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Jennifer. I miss being in your mastermind group. Holly and Amanda. Hi. Another Jennifer. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Brandy. I sent you a message the other day. Hey, Aaron. Aaron brought that brand new Bluebell ice cream to my house last night, which is a real bad influence on me. Real bad. And she brought cones. Friends shouldn't let friends eat Bluebell ice cream, but they do. Hi, Felicia. You're funny. It might feel like church tonight. I have got some serious business tonight. We could all just say a prayer real fast. I don't lose my voice. Because it's trying to go out. I know why, too, because we have good stuff to talk about. Hi, Kelly. So, this is important stuff we're talking about tonight. Like, so important. Hi, Sandra. Hey, Delinda. Like, the most important. Because if you've been watching, we have, a few weeks ago, I really pushed you to dream some big dreams, to remember how to dream. And then the past couple weeks, we went right into action. So what do we do with those big dreams? How do we make them come to life? And we started working on our action plans. So what's interesting about all that is sometimes when we get brave enough to dream those big dreams and then we start to come up with this plan, sometimes instead of that moving us into actual action, hey, there's only 2 cones left, Aaron. Instead of that moving us into actual action, sometimes what that does is it freezes us in our tracks. And we're going to talk about why tonight. So if you've been watching and you feel like, you know what, I feel like I know everything I'm supposed to know, but I feel a little stuck. And maybe you're starting to doubt whether or not those dreams that you set out are possible. Maybe you're starting to feel the fear set in. We are going to talk about all of it tonight. So now that we have some of you with us, hey, let me introduce myself. My name's Allison Dahlke. I'm so glad you're here. This is Online Steps to Success. Happens every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. And if you're here live, I'm so glad you're here, keeping me company. Hi, Rachel. What a cute baby that is, by the way. If you are watching the recording, we're glad you're watching the recording. This would be a good time to share with your friends, with your team members, with whoever, somebody you want to be on your Scentsy team, because we're going to get started. I do hope that you've seen the past 3 videos from the past 3 weeks, because we are going to build a little bit on that tonight. But if you haven't seen them, don't go anywhere, because, hey baby, are you watching? If so, will you come get this dog? I don't know if he's on. I think he's putting kids to bed. I'm afraid to put her out. She might get us in trouble. Are you going to run across the line? Don't be naughty. No, don't you bark. And don't be naughty. You hear me? You be a good girl. I feel like I'm going to regret that decision. I feel like I'm going to regret it. She's already barking. Great. She don't listen to me. It doesn't matter. Hi, Mom. Brian's gonna have to deal with that. Babe, if you're watching, I'm sorry I let her outside. She was making me crazy. Don't let her back in here. I mean, don't let her in my office. Put her someplace else. All right, I lost my train of thought. If you haven't watched the past 3 months, or the past 3 weeks, good Lord, don't worry, stay. But you might want to catch up. Hi, Jocelyn. So this really is for those of you in your business. Oh, thanks, Candy. Tell him I said he's so handsome. I'm sure they're handsome. This is really for those of you in your business who really want your business to function like a business. You know, with Scentsy, you can be a hobbyist. You can really intentionally run a business. This is for really those of you intentionally running a business. Hi, Kimberly. It's so good to see your sweet name. I miss you. I'm going to have to swipe y'all away, or I'm just going to say hi to everybody all night long. So that's who this is for. Our goal with Online Steps to Success is always to help you dream bigger dreams, to help your business be more profitable and more efficient, and for your business to be the thing that helps you reach those big dreams. That is absolutely our goal. It's what we want for you. So that's what we're going to work on tonight a little bit. So I hope you're ready. You know me. I was a teacher. You probably want to write some notes down because that's how I roll. I do want to thank really quickly. I'm going to swipe y'all away. Jocelyn does love my dog. Jocelyn stayed at my house and she slept with my dog, Jojo. Well, she tried to get Jojo to sleep with her, but she wouldn't do it. But they did have a sweet relationship for sure. All right, I'm swiping y'all away. I'm not ignoring you, but my ADD is in full force right now. So you're gone. I'll talk to you again soon. So I do want to thank Vicky Gervas. Dadgummit. Babe, how do you say Vicky's last name? Brian Dalkey. Vicky, thank you for the inspiration. If I wouldn't have tried to say it, Y'all are probably laughing at me. I can't remember. Just daggum French Canadian, something. I don't know. I can say it in my head. I can't say it out loud. Vicky, this is for you, honestly. So Vicky and I have had several. Vicky's Super Show Director in my organization. If you're a Scentsy Super Show Director and you have not seen her video on the Super Show Director official page, go watch it. Not right now, later maybe. It is fantastic. It's beautiful. So authentic and real. And I'll tell you what, if you want some church, she'll take you to church. But tonight really was inspiration from her. Baby, I really need you to get this dog. Babe, yeah. Can you please get Joey out of here?
Yes, Massa.
Sorry.
So sorry.
Hey, how do you say Vicky's last name?
Who?
Vicky.
Gervais.
Gervais?
Gervais.
Okay.
Why?
Because I can't. Why?
I think that's it. Hey, come on.
As I can't say it, and it's hard to say. She don't want to go.
Come on.
She wants to bother me.
I'll walk around here.
Okay, but don't let her sit in the hallway either. She'll just sit there and watch. I know.
She weighs 100 pounds.
I know. I don't know what to do with her.
What do y'all do with your buck teenage dogs?
I'm stalled enough tonight. Anyways, Vicky and I were having a conversation on Marco Polo the other day, and I just said to her, you know, Vicky, like I have these big goals set, and I'm kind of worried. Like, I don't know if I can actually make them happen. Like, you know, that doubt and that fear that started setting in. And then she shot this beautiful video on the Super Director page. But tonight, we're going to war with fear. And I hope that you're ready. I hope that you are, like, because it's about to just come out on you. So I hope that you are ready. Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready or not because I took you away from me, so I can't see what you're saying, but I guess you're ready. Okay, so I did push you guys to dream some big dreams. I've pushed you to say, what do I really want in my life, and then how do I use Scentsy to help make that happen? Then we worked on those action plans, and we started really setting forth some tasks to make your goals happen, right? If you're anything like me, and if you're anything like a lot of people that I've talked to in the past couple weeks, sometimes those big dreams stall us out. They get us scared. They make us start doubting ourselves, like, can I actually do that? Can I really walk in that? Am I capable? Am I smart enough? Am I all the things? Do I have enough time? Do I have enough energy? Can I make that happen? And all the doubt and the fear starts to set in. And tonight we're going to go to war with fear. So if you're feeling doubt, if you're feeling fear, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you're not sure, then you're in the right place tonight, okay? So I want you to go back with me a little bit. to like junior high, high school maybe. Remember in biology? I know it's so hard. It's really hard. Biology, let's go there. Remember we learned about that fight or flight thing? How our bodies, our brain is naturally inclined when it's faced with fear or the unknown, danger, risk, any of that, our mind is hardwired to either fight or run. Tonight, we are going to learn how to fight. If you know me personally, or you've met me personally, you know that I wear a necklace around my neck that says fight. It's one of my favorite words. It sounds super negative, but it's not a negative word. I truly believe that we have to fight for the things in our life that are worth something to us. And I think we have to fight hard for them. And so we're going to learn how to fight tonight. We're not going to run. We're not going to run in fear. We are going to face fear and fight it. So I read this today, and it's probably going to be my new favorite thing ever. The brilliant Zig Ziglar once said that fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run. So FEAR, the acronym. Forget everything and run. Or face everything and rise. You know which one is my favorite. I love the word rise. Face everything and rise. That is what we're going to do today. We're going to face fear head on. We're going to rise anyways, right? Because we talk all the time. How many times have I said to you, as you begin to rise in greatness, in your goals, in everything in life, what does fear do? And oppression, it starts to push us back down, right? But we're supposed to rise anyways. So we're going to face everything and rise. We are not going to forget everything and run. We're going to face everything and rise. And here's the other thing that's really important for you to understand. Just acknowledging fear is not enough to make it go away. You can't just wish it away. You can't. I've tried. You can't do it. We're going to have to fight. We're going to have to go to war. And I'm going to give you some really practical ways to do that tonight. So, when we think about the doubt that comes in your head, the doubt, the fear, all the things that you hear in your head, all the things you start to believe in your soul, we're hardwired to doubt. We're hardwired to attempt to run from something that's unknown, something that's not secure. If you're dreaming big dreams, you're stepping forward into what you believe you can do in this business, you're going to face doubt and you're going to face fear. So we're going to fight fear tonight with some practical things. First of all, it's really important that you ask yourself the question and you really think through, what happens if I fail? What happens if I fail? Worst thing. I want you to walk all the way through it. What's the worst thing that could happen if you fail? Whatever goal you're working towards, whatever dream you're working towards. Maybe the first thing you've said is, I'm working towards big dreams in my life. We want to build a house, whatever. But first we have to get out of debt. What happens if you fail? You probably paid off some debt. You probably got a little bit closer. Are you being shunned from society? I don't think so. No. Walk yourself all the way through what happens if you fail. Nothing changes drastically if you fail. But if you succeed, things can change drastically. But you get to choose if you're going to, which path you want to go. Acknowledge that that failure could happen. It might. And we'll either choose to learn from it and go a different route, or you'll stay stuck where you are. But nothing dramatic is going to happen if you fail. Okay? That's the first thing you have to understand. There can't be fear of failure. There is nothing to fear there. Nothing. Even if you're disappointed in yourself, even if you're a little bit, embarrassed that you didn't do what you said you were going to do. So what? People don't really care. They don't care if you reach your goal or not. You care. Other people don't really. Okay? So we can't be afraid of the failure itself. Let's get that out of the way first and foremost. Okay? Now, here's the other thing. We have to acknowledge fear. We've talked about this before. We have to talk to it. We have to tell it where it can go. But you cannot think that acknowledging your fear and telling it where to go is going to make it go away. It won't. It won't. It'll continue to come back. It'll continue to question you, put doubt in your mind. You cannot wait for the fear to go away to make the first move. You can't sit and wait to stop being scared before you take action. It's never going to happen. It's just not. It's not in our nature. Our brains are designed to protect us. If there's a risk, if there's a possibility that it's not going to happen, your brain's going to say, bad idea, shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. We have to move through fear. We cannot wait until we're not scared. You have to do it scared. You have to do everything that you set out to do scared, okay? And here's something important. I want you to think of fear as the enemy. We're going to war. We're going to battle. I want you to think of fear as the enemy. It is the thing that's going to keep you exactly where you're at. It's the thing that's going to stop you from reaching the goals you want to reach. I want you to think of it as an enemy. An enemy doesn't just change its mind and stop pursuing you when you start to confront it. That's not how it works. I don't know if you've ever watched any sort of war show at all. It doesn't work like that. When you run head on towards it, they start fighting back. That's what happens in war. We're going to war. Don't think that because you're starting to confront your fear that it's just going to go away. It's not. It's not. It is an enemy that wants to defeat you. It's going to try to keep you from reaching your potential. You're going to have to fight smarter and longer than that. It's not going to be comfortable at all. But here's what I can promise you. The more that you step into it, the more that you engage, the more that you continue to wrestle with the fear, it's going to slowly change your mindset. We're going to talk a lot about mindset tonight because it's really incredibly important that your mind is in the right place for you to run your business. And we're going to talk some science about why our brains work the way that they do and how we can actually completely shift them if we want to. We are in control of that. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But I want to talk to you a little bit first about some things that fear and your mind are going to battle you with. So these are going to be some of their tactics. So if we want to know our enemy, it's important that we know how they're going to come at us. So as you're working towards those dreams, as you're working towards those goals, as you're trying to step into developing some consistency and some discipline and some rhythm in your business, you're going to face all of these things, and we're going to talk about how to combat them. So these are some mindset traps that are going to come your way as you really start to step into exactly what you're supposed to be doing in your business and exactly how you're going to reach your dreams. The first one, comparison. Comparison is one of the biggest, scariest, meanest mindset traps there is. And it will steal everything from you. It will make you doubt if what you're doing is the right thing. It will make you feel incompetent. It will make you feel like it's not even worth it because somebody else can do it better. You've heard that, haven't you? Why are you bothering? She's doing it better than I could. She has a bigger dream than I do. Why would anyone buy from me when they could go follow her? It is a lie, a lie, a lie. Stop letting comparison steal your dreams. Don't let it happen. Be fully aware that that's what's going on in your brain and stop it in its tracks. Comparison will steal everything from you. Stop watching everybody else and put your head down and work. That's one of your biggest hang-ups right now. You're watching what everybody else is doing on social media and you're not working. You have work to do, you have dreams to achieve, and you have a plan to follow. Stop being bothered with what everybody else is doing. Walk in who you know you're supposed to be. The first thing you have to combat is comparison. Acknowledge it. Be honest with yourself that that's what you're doing, that you're comparing, and battle it. Fight it hard. If you have to unfollow, if you have to unsubscribe, if you have to limit yourself from social media, stop. Do all of that. Do what you have to do to get comparison out of your brain. It doesn't need to be there. It doesn't have a place. It's not going to help you get closer to anything that you're working towards. Second mindset trap I want you to be aware of is self-doubt. Now, here's what I think is so important that you understand. We all have it. We all have self-doubt geared into our brains, designed to try to keep us safe, to try to keep us from taking a risk. All of us, no matter what we are walking into. And I think the fault sometimes is that you look at somebody else who's successful, or you look at somebody who's maybe where you want to be in your business, and you think, surely she never doubts any of this. You know what? Everything I'm doing in my business, I doubt almost daily, or my brain attempts to doubt me almost daily. And it's been like that for a long time. And it'll probably be like that forever. But I do not sit in it, and I do not dwell in it, because I know who I am, and I know exactly what I'm called to do, and I know exactly what I'm working towards, and I know exactly why. And when your purpose and your vision is so clear, and the dream is so big, you can kill the doubt. You can kill it. But you can't think that you're the only one who feels it, because you're not. Everybody feels it. Brian and I have been watching this show on Netflix. It's like Jerry Seinfeld, and like, it's a weird show. It's like comedians in cars getting coffee or something random. But he just interviews these comedians. What I found so intriguing is almost every single one of them says something to the effect of how they don't feel like they're any better than anybody else, or that they still wonder, like, I don't feel like I'm actually equipped to do this. Jimmy Fallon was on the other day, and he said, I still get nervous every time the curtain opens. I still feel inadequate every time before the curtains open. And then the curtains open, and I remember, oh yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. If you have to remind yourself this is what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to have to remind yourself over and over and over again. It doesn't mean you're doing the wrong thing. It means you're doing the right thing. And everybody else feels like that sometimes too. We all have self-doubt. You have to acknowledge it and battle through it. Third mindset trap is fear. We're going to come back to fear in a minute, because I'm going to tell you literally like the biology behind how we combat fear in just a minute. Here's another mindset trap that I want you to get over, that everything has to be perfect. Stop trying to make everything perfect. You don't have time for that. Perfection is not something that exists in this world. Stop striving for it. Stop overdoing it. Stop overcomplicating things. Done is better than perfect. Every single day, done is better than perfect. So don't worry yourself about it's got to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be excellent. I think excellence is a great thing, but excellence doesn't mean perfect. Stop concerning yourself with everything being exactly right. People have grace for you. They will have grace for you. So get things done and stop trying to make them perfect. That's a huge mindset trap. Don't let it trap you. Here's another one, scarcity. There is this belief that there's just not enough for all of us. And some of us are hardwired that way from the time that we're children. Scarcity. There's not enough for everybody. Not everybody can dream big dreams. Not everybody can live like that. Not everybody can have what they want. That's a scarcity mindset. And it is a trap that will keep you from going where you're supposed to go and doing what you're supposed to do. So, how do we combat scarcity? We dream bigger dreams. We stop living in mediocrity. We live in greatness instead. And we continue to encourage others to live in greatness as well. There is enough. There's more than enough. But we have to do the work to go and get the things that we want in our life. Don't let scarcity hold you back. Don't think that there's not enough for you. There's more than enough for you. Okay? Oh, I love this. This is a quote that I wrote down by Marcus Aurelius. The quote is, and you know I love this, "Dare to dream big dreams. Only big dreams have the power to move men's souls." How true is that? I mean, I'll just get an amen on that. Dare to dream big dreams, because only big dreams have the power to move men's souls. Is that not true? We don't move for small things. We move for big, beautiful things. That's what the power of a dream is all about, is moving towards something big and beautiful in your life. That's how we change the way that we work, is by knowing exactly what we're working for, those big dreams. Okay, here's another mindset trap that I want you to avoid. It's all or nothing. I want it now. I see this a lot. That you want to start, and you want to get there, and you want to achieve it, and you want it to be done. All or nothing. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. This business is one that will absolutely take you wherever you want to go, but not right now. It will take you wherever you want to go if you start right now and you do the same small things consistently, month after month after month after month after month after month. And if you continue to create the things you wish existed, and you continue to have your eye on this big, beautiful dream of yours, that is how you're going to get what you want. But it's not going to happen right now. This is not an all or nothing. It's not sign up, get $10,000, everybody wins. That's not how it works. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the work. You have to be consistent. There's just no other way to sugarcoat it. But if you do those things, and if you can stay consistent, you can have it all. But not acting and not working isn't going to get you there. We can't let fear paralyze you. Here, 2 more mindset traps I want to talk about, and then we're going to talk about how we literally shift our brains out of fear. The 7th mindset trap I want you to avoid, this is one of the ways that fear as our enemy is going to come at us, is lack of belief. Do you really believe that this business can take you closer to that big dream? It's a really important question. Do you actually believe it? Because if you believe it, other people will believe it, and other people will join your team, and other people will dream big dreams, and other people will work towards those things. But if you don't, you're going to have a really hard sell. Because it's going to be really hard for somebody to get behind someone that isn't quite sure that they believe what they're walking in. Belief is incredibly important in the way you run your business, in the way you talk about your business, in the story you tell about your business. You have to actually believe it's possible. I'm going to tell you right now, it is. I've seen so many people walk right into their purpose, right into the kind of money they never dreamed of, like they could never even possibly dream of, in this business. But it doesn't happen if you don't believe it. And if you don't believe it, you just need to start watching YouTube videos of people's success stories, because they're there and they're beautiful and people are making things happen. Once you believe that Cincy can make it happen, you also have to believe that you're capable of doing the work to make it happen for you. Is that where you're at, maybe? Wondering, like, they can do it, but do I believe that I can? Belief has to start with you. It has to start with you. It's your mindset. It's the things that you tell yourself over and over and over again. You have to believe that you can actually do this. I believe that you can. Is it easy? Nope, it's really not. It's not, it's easy in the fact that we can show you exactly how to do it, and we've been doing that over the past few weeks. But the work itself and the discipline it takes to do it, it's really not that easy. But you can do hard things. And honestly, if it's not hard, it's probably not worth doing. Because when you get to the end of it and you get to the place where you wanted to be, where you're reaching this goal and you're reaching this dream, you can turn around and say, look at what I did. It was hard work, but it was good work. And I'm proud of myself for doing it. I believe that you can, but you have to believe that you can. That is you. That's a heart issue. And honestly, it might have to do with the very last mindset trap I want to talk about tonight, which is worthiness. Fear, that enemy in this war that we're fighting, is going to tell you you're not worthy. You have this dream. We've worked on dreaming these big dreams and even creating these plans to make them happen. But maybe there's something inside of you saying, I'm not worthy of that. Even if it happens. Even if those dreams come true. I can't see myself sitting in it because I don't feel worthy. You're not alone if that's how you feel. You're not alone. We have all felt the shame of unworthiness at some point in our lives. But I'm going to tell you that you have the ability to rewrite your story. You have the ability to retrain your brain, to start to begin to tell truth to your heart and your mind. You are worthy. You are capable. I believe that you can. But you have to start to believe it, and you have to begin to believe that you're worthy. I know that you're worthy. I believe that you're a child of God created to do something on this earth that only you can do. And I have this big, huge hunch that probably Scentsy is one of the ways it's going to happen. That you're going to use this business you've been given, this blessing you've been given, as an opportunity into which you're going to walk into your purpose. In which you're going to walk into that thing that you were created to do that only you can do. I think that just might happen when you start to believe that you're worthy of it. I believe that you are, but you have to believe it too. I don't care what your past is. I don't care what you've walked through. I know that all of you, every single one of you, have a story. And for many of you, there is pain and there is hurt and there is shame and there are things that you wish you could take back, things you wish you could do over, or things that you wish never happened to you. They don't make you unworthy. They don't make you unworthy at all. The things that happened to us, the mistakes we made in the past, they are not things that define who we are. You get to choose who you want to be. You get to walk in exactly what you've been called to. But that's a choice you get to make. So those are our mindset traps. Now I want to talk a little bit about how fear works the way it works and how we're going to shift our mindset. Are y'all okay? How are we doing? I can't see you, and so sometimes I feel alone. I'm going to swipe you back. Okay. Y'all doing okay? You're doing okay. I'm going to drink a water. Donna, what quote? Hi, babe. What quote do you want me to repeat, Donna? And I will gladly do it. I gotta cough. I hate the delay because I'm just seeing y'all's comments. Okay, I guess y'all are doing okay. Okay, I want to talk about the way your mind works. So, and I need you to pay attention to this, and I need you to understand the truth behind this. Thanks, baby. I'm going to leave you there, and I'm going to try to talk to you even though I can see you, because sometimes I feel like I'm alone when I take you away. So, here's how we start to battle doubt, and here's how we start to battle fear. Listen to this quote. A head full of fears has no place for dreams. A head full of fears has no place for dreams. I'm going to tell you what, I want your head full of dreams and not fears. So, let's go there. A head full of fears has no place for dreams. We got to go to war with fear. That's what we're doing. Okay. So here's how our brain works in two ways. one part of our brain is incredibly powerful and one part is very, very weak. And I'll repeat that quote at the end, I promise. I'll probably make a picture of it and post it tomorrow too, but I'll repeat that quote at the end. So we have a subconscious and a conscious. Consciousness and subconsciousness. What's funny is a lot of people think that our consciousness is what drives action in our lives. The thing that executes is what we would think. But it's actually the opposite. Our conscience only does, our conscious mind only does what it's told to do. And it gets all of its instructions from our subconsciousness. So our subconsciousness is actually the ruler of everything. It has complete control of our decisions, our actions, our thoughts, and our beliefs. This is where the belief part comes in. We have the ability to retrain our subconsciousness. The problem with our subconsciousness is that everything that it believes and the way that it acts and the way that it drives us to act has been drilled into us since we were children, since we were small. And so these beliefs start to become truth in our mind. And if we don't actively reprogram our subconsciousness, it will continue to stall us out and keep us right where we're at. So if you have ever heard things like money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford this, or you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not smart enough, whatever lies have been drilled into your brain, they are living in your subconsciousness, and they are ruling your decisions in your life. And we are going to change that tonight. So all those beliefs become programmed in your mind over time. And literally your subconsciousness is doing everything that it can to make sure that those beliefs become truth, because that's what it believes it's supposed to do. Our consciousness just does whatever our subconscious tells it to do. Okay? So when we process information, opportunity, knowledge, a chance, a dream that we start to dream, I gotta push it away. All kinds of things get put into our brain every day. And our brain filters it either as relevant or irrelevant according to our beliefs. So whatever has been programmed into our subconsciousness, it takes all of those things, your big dreams, what you start to believe about your business, and it's going to filter all of it and say, is that relevant or irrelevant? Do I believe that's actually true? And it's going to do it based on how your subconsciousness is programmed. So if you feel like your subconscious isn't actually helping you, so you feel like, I want to be healthier, or I want to reach my dreams in my business, or I want to actually take action on my action plan, but I'm not, it might be because your subconsciousness is stopping you because of what has been drilled into your belief system in your brain. And you literally have to rewire it. Like a computer, you have to change the wires and change what's true in your mind. So the first thing, and this is really important, so if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're battling that I just can't get any farther, or I don't feel, all these lies are in your head, the first step to doing that and to reprogramming is to identify what your belief system is. And this is tricky. It can be really, really hard. But it's just like when we talked on our action plan, like we have to actually say this is where we're at right now. We have to be honest about what our belief system is. Do you believe that you're not worthy? Do you believe that you can't actually do it? Do you believe that Scentsy might not be the thing to make it happen? You have to be honest with yourself. And by being honest and acknowledging, you know what, I don't feel worthy, it doesn't mean that it's going to stay like that. No, this is not the talk of doom. We're going to war to win. And by going to war to win, we're going to acknowledge where we're at first and what we actually believe. what our brain's telling us over and over again. Are you not acting? Are you not taking the steps forward? Are you not sharing the opportunity? Are you not calling to book the party because you don't believe you're worthy? Because you don't believe you can actually do it? Because you don't believe you're smart enough, or whatever? Where are you in your belief system? You have to identify where you're at first. It may take some journaling, it may take some prayer, it may take kind of getting into a rhythm of morning routine and just spending some time really thinking through, praying through, like, where am I honestly with my belief system? Do I believe that I can do this? And then once you identify what you're actually believing, what you're actually telling yourself, then we change it. We have the ability to change our subconsciousness. We have the ability to rewire, tell it truths and not lies, and change the way that our consciousness works based on rewiring our subconscious mind. So here's how we do that. Let's say you're you know what? It's Sunday. So Sunday you're sitting down and you're saying, all right, here's the things that I said I was going to do in my business. I'm going to figure out when I'm going to do them. And then you start looking and you're like, you know what? I can't. I don't have time. I don't know when this is going to fit in. I can't figure out how to do this, or I'm scared. I don't really want to call 5 people. I don't really want to follow up. I don't really want to try to book a party. When those lies or those doubts start to come into your mind, that's when you have to switch the story. We have an internal story going on inside of us all the time, but we also have an external story. A lot of times we let the internal story that's not always true rule. We let it rule our life. When in reality, it's not true. The external story is more true, what's actually happening on the outside, but we let our mind just take us wherever it wants to take us. We have to take the negative thoughts. We have to interrupt them. We have to change them. It might be as dramatic for you as writing things out. If you start to feel the fear, you start to feel the doubt. Maybe it's, even if I don't succeed, I just got a little bit closer. Identifying what, like killing the fear, doesn't really matter. Maybe it's writing out, I am worthy. I am smart enough. I am organized enough. Whatever lies your mind is telling you, you rewrite them. You rewrite them and you tell yourself over and over. It's not going to happen overnight either. It's not going to happen overnight. This is also like going to battle. Like, we have to continue to pursue the enemy. We have to continue to try to change the way our brain functions, the story that it's telling us over and over again. But you have the power to tell it that you are worthy, you are smart enough, you are powerful enough, you absolutely can, but you have to rewrite the programming in your brain to do it. Another thing that's going to help you get closer to that is setting big goals. I know, I'm like a broken record. You just keep hearing me say it. But when we start to set big goals, the ones that are a little bit scary, we're automatically rewriting what we believe to be true in our minds. If you've never set a big goal, if you've never been brave enough to do it, your mind just thinks, that's fine, we're just doing the same thing. We're just right here. It's cool. There's no risk. No one's getting hurt. It's fine. But when you start to set those big goals and you set your intentions on those big goals and those big dreams, then your mind actually starts to think, are we doing that? Is that where we're going? Are we working towards that? Because I thought we weren't doing that. I thought we were living over here in like safe town, mediocrity. We're just chilling in it. That's what I thought we were doing. But as you continue to push into the dream, you continue to push into the big goal, your mind starts to believe, oh, I guess that's what we're doing now. You start to rewrite the programming in your subconsciousness. That's what we're doing. We have to dream big dreams to do it. And it's things too. It's things as simple as planning out your tasks. If you were going to the gym, if you were trying to get healthy, it would be something like packing your gym bag the night before, right? Setting your alarm, packing your gym bag. It's intention. It's changing the lie that your mind tells you that you can't. I just, last month, there was a challenge at the gym I go to. Well, it's not a gym, sort of it is. I go to a Pure Barre studio in Edmond, and they had a challenge. 20 classes in 31 days. And I was like, I'm going to do it. Let me tell you what. My mind said, no, we're not. We're not doing it. That sounds stupid. Sounds like it could get hurt. You'll probably be tired. We're not going to do that. But I set my intention on it, right? Like I set this big goal. And sometimes when you set a big goal, you just have to keep going. You just have to keep showing up. And there were days that I was like, I don't want to go. But it was things like putting my socks, we have to wear socks in the studio, putting my socks in my purse and scheduling my classes. Like, I'm going to go. Miss a class, got to do a double, 2 in a row. Because I said I was going to do it. And I just got stubborn enough to make it happen. The same can happen for you in your business. Sometimes you're not going to feel like it. Sometimes you're not going to want to. But when you start to retrain your brain so much that it believes, oh, we don't just wuss out when we don't want to. We actually do the things we said we were going to do because that's how we are now. Your brain starts to believe it, and then your brain starts to support your decisions. You can do that in your business too. Remember when I talk about consistency, like every day? Every day. Consistency, same crap over and over again, a little bit of discipline, it's going to go a heck of a long way. You're going to feel like not doing it. Sometimes you have to just do it anyways. And that is where, when you start to do it anyways, when you're scared, when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when you did too much other crap like scrolling on social media, and you do it anyways, you start to retrain your brain. Oh yeah, we're the people that actually do that. We actually do the things we wrote down that we said that we were going to do. Oh yeah, that's who we are now. You're changing who you are. You're changing who you are because you have really, 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 really great things to do in this world. And you know what? I know that sounds a little scary. Sounds a little scary. Because, you know, sometimes it's just easier to think, I'd just rather like do this thing. Like the watch Netflix, you know, go out to eat a few times a month, get Bluebell ice cream life. I'd rather just do this thing. You were made for so much more than that. I freaking love Netflix and Bluebell ice cream, but I love Netflix and Bluebell ice cream and Mediterranean cruises and taking my kids on 25-day road trips and giving money to nonprofits that we care about and serving and loving and encouraging other people. I love all that a whole lot more. I love it a whole lot more. And I think you do too. You were made for really great things. They are not going to come easy. And your brain is going to try to tell you that you can't. So if you've been thinking, oh, I had these big dreams, and in the past 3 weeks I've been sitting here thinking, there's no freaking way I can do that. I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. It's okay, you're not alone. It's your brain being stupid. And it's your brain doing the same thing it's done forever. This is when Mel Robbins' 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule comes in really, really strong. Don't want to go to the gym. Don't want to call somebody to try to book a party. Don't want to follow up with 5 people. Don't want to share the opportunity with someone. That's what your brain's saying. What are you going to say? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds. It takes 5 seconds of courage. And then you act. At the end of 1, you go. You do. You do what you said you were going to do. You get in the car, you drive to the gym, you walk in the door, you pick up the phone, you call that person, you ask about a bingo night, you send a text, you share the opportunity, you ask somebody to coffee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's where we start to fight fear, is with action. With bold, brilliant action, because you were created for great things. And they're not going to come easy. They're going to come with intention. It's going to feel outside your comfort zone. It's going to feel hard, but you can absolutely make it happen. Why are you putting my face in front of me? It's kind of weird. Okay, now I'm reading your comments. Okay.
What's up, guys?
That's weird. It just said you're watching. Because you came on this?
I've been on that.
I know. I don't know. It just popped up.
But when I post on here, it shows that it's posting from Online Steps.
Yeah.
When I've been posting on there, did it say my name?
They said Online Steps.
And why did they just say I'm watching?
I have no idea.
I'm so confused. I'm signed into my Facebook. I thought usually it said my name.
Felicia, preach it all day long. If you must watch Netflix, which we must all watch Netflix, then...
We don't must all. We don't...
We all watch Netflix. I'm not saying you can't watch Netflix.
It. Is that bad?
Shut up, I did that. Utilize your time. What I'm saying is don't binge watch Netflix and not actually do the stuff you're supposed to be doing. So, I'm gonna say a couple things.
Like Inception right here that we're watching it.
That's weird.
It's kind of cool.
That's a little bit weird. Okay, I want to say a few things again that you asked me about.
Oh, I thought you were done. I was gonna ask you a couple things, but you.
You can. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
They want some of these quotes.
Okay.
Okay, first one that's my favorite. Fear has two meanings. This is from Zig Ziglar. So FEAR, the acronym fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. That's right. That's nice. Can you do it again? No, wait. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. That's good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, we need the visual.
Yeah. We're going with face everything and rise. The other thing you asked me about was a quote.
Oh, Marcus Aurelius.
No, where's it at?
I don't know, but I had to look him up because I know I've heard of him. But you know the Braveheart character was Marcus. No, what was his name? Something Marcus Aurelius was his name. And I was like, she just made that up. She got that up Braveheart. No, he was a real guy. He was the emperor of Rome back in the day, 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, I can't find that one quote.
So I did post early on, if you guys saw it. If y'all have any questions, I'll ask her at the end. And I don't think I saw a single question that didn't get answered in the chat. So if y'all have any questions you want to post right now while she is searching her pages and pages of notes.
That's real annoying.
Did I yawn?
No.
It was pretty soon after the fear quote. I mean, you knocked out the quotes within...
Ah, found it. I found it. This is the Marcus Aurelius quote.
Okay.
Dare to dream big dreams because only big dreams have the power to move men's souls. That's a good one.
Say it again.
Dare to dream big dreams because only big dreams have the power to move men's souls.
Dang.
Preach it all day long.
Man, that's good.
That's good. Thank you, Cindy, for typing it out. And it's Marcus Aurelius said that. Okay, y'all have questions for me?
What are the books I suggested last week? What were the books I suggested last week?
I don't know, but that's real wood. She's asking if that's wood or wallpaper. It's real wood, and this guy right here did it.
It was old fence panels.
And he stained them all.
Panels. No, we didn't stain them.
Oh, you didn't?
No, they were oxidized. We just burned some of them we burned because they had like random pieces chunked off and stuff, so we burned them with a torch to give it that darker color. But no, those were just like from being out in the weather.
Oh. Okay.
The books last week. Bob Goff Love Devils. Were we talking about that last week?
We have talked about it a lot. Talked about the fringe hours.
Oh yeah, someone posted a picture of that. And
mindset, yes.
Yep.
Y'all, it's just so many. I have so many. Everyone needs to watch The Greatest Showman. Yes.
This is
absolutely.
The greatest show.
We should next week we should dance for y'all.
Allie watched the choreography to This Is Me, and she actually knows it.
I do know it.
I know part of it. And so, should we like challenge them? And if they meet the challenge, you'll do the dance?
Oh, that's a good challenge.
How do we challenge them? What do we do?
I don't know.
Gosh darn it.
It'd have to be good for me to dance for y'all. Like, it'd have to be real good.
Gosh, we'll think about that. Maybe we'll put a challenge up during the week on the page, or we'll do it next week on the video.
Oh, hey. Lucy got a fortune cookie out of our pantry today. How appropriate is this? I meant to tell you this. So this is what the fortune cookie said. All that we are is the result of what we have thought.
Preach.
How good is that?
Well, ancient Chinese proverbs say,
all
we are is a result of what we thought. It's better when you say it in the accent.
Nathan says reenactment of Rewrite the Stars.
Oh, that would involve ropes and
That's your
certain death.
That's your kind of game.
We could do that.
I would learn how to. Man, wouldn't that be awesome?
Rewrite the stars.
Do you learn how to do the spinny thing on the
ring?
Yeah,
I have to, like, hold on to it till I get 15 feet off the ground
and the
drop
ropes
from it and not break my ankles.
and the ribbon.
They actually use rope as ribbon, I think.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Because I remember thinking that would tear the heck out of your skin when we were in the theater. I think too literally sometimes, and you see stuff happen. Granted, if it's like a sci-fi movie or a war movie or something, you're like, okay, I'll give it a little slack. But in a movie like that was, shot somewhat realistically, when she climbs up that rope and twists it around her and then rolls down that real thick braided rope, I'm like, her skin would be chafed. I don't think she did that. Anyway, maybe.
Ooh, this is another good quote I didn't share with y'all. This is by Dr. Henry Link. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Fear is nature's way of warning us to get busy. I don't like it. I like it.
What are some good business books that you would recommend, just in general? I know you mentioned Fringe Hours and Mindset. What are some other good business books? Do you need to go to your library?
I like Grit. I like one of the best books I ever read is called A Million Little Ways, I think.
Yeah, that's right. A Million Little Ways. I remember because every night when she was reading it, she would go, I would say, what, babe? And she would say, listen to this. And then she would read part of it to me. And finally I said, babe, how about I just read it afterward?
One of my favorite books ever. A Million Little Ways. Uncovering the art you were made to live. It's not about being an artist. It's just freaking amazing. I listen to a lot of podcasts, Gratz. Actually, I haven't been listening lately. I listened to, where's my phone? Oh, I was going to say, where's my phone? It's right there. Don Miller, Story Brand podcast. Oh, Story Brand. You should all read that book. I'm going to do a training on that soon. Story Brand. Building a Story Brand.
And you want a book about dreaming? A Million Miles in 1,000 Years. Don Miller.
Okay.
And it's just about his life.
Oh, Present Over Perfect. One of my favorite books ever.
Oh, yeah, Present Over Perfect.
Another podcast I like is...
Craig Rochelle, Leadership Podcast.
Yes.
It's good.
And there's another one that I really love.
I'll write that one down.
Can you see my podcast right there?
I don't think so.
The problem is I can never see my podcast when we're on here. How do I combat, I've seen you ask this several times, how do you combat that Scentsy is too expensive? So first of all, a lot of how people react to your product will be how you're presenting your product.
Just had this conversation with someone last night.
You can't ever apologize for our prices. You have to believe that there is value in the product that we have. A lot of the response you get from people will be based on the way that you present what you're selling. So if you try to say, I know it's $6 for a bar and I can get one for $2 at Walmart, like that's not selling anything for you. You have to know and believe in the quality and worthiness of our brand in itself before you can ever expect to get the value for it that it is. Does that make sense? I don't know.
When I worked at Mercedes, we would have new sales guys come on, and we called it getting out of like the broke mindset or the poor mindset. So when you're selling Mercedes and Jaguars and all the other things we sold, typically you cannot afford to drive one because you're 23 years old trying to make a living. So 10 years from now, you can afford to drive one. And so a person comes in and asks for an S-Class Mercedes. You go walk over to them. The sticker price on it's $85,000. And if you say, I know it's $85,000, but it doesn't matter what you say after that. If you cringe at all when you're saying $85,000, even if this person can afford it, they think you, as the person that knows the brand better than anybody that they know, doesn't necessarily see the value in it, and you're about to make a bunch of excuses for it. As opposed to if you say, this car's incredible. This car's 380 horsepower. It's alone in its class. There's nothing that touches it. Yada, yada, yada. it's $85,000, which is a steal considering that it was made in Germany, took 6 years to develop, blah, 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 32 valve engine, blah, blah, blah. So people that could say that and never miss a beat always sold more $85,000 cars, because you're not making the price at the forefront, you're reinstilling the value in it, and then you're explaining why it's there. But yeah, if you say, look, I know it's $100 to sign up, but even if you say after that, you know, you'll make that back really fast, I'll make sure I'll help you with your launch party, blah, 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 blah. They're stuck on the, it's $99. But if you say, can you believe that for $99, you get $350 worth of product, you get me to help walk you through and train you in whatever it is, I'm going to help you with your launch party, we're going to make you successful really quickly, and it's only $99. People are like, oh, it's only $99. So same thing with the products. It's all in the presentation. We know there's value in our product. You wouldn't have signed up for Scentsy if you didn't. So quit making excuses for a product that you saw enough value in to sign up for. You saw the value. Show other people the value.
But also, if somebody is just set on the price, I mean, you don't spend tons of time trying to convince somebody that it's worth it either. Like, if that's just their mind, some people's mindset is just some people's mindset, and that's okay. So don't spend tons of time trying to convince someone that just has that broke mindset to, you know, do it. But I also let people try things a lot too. I'll usually get them to.
Yeah.
Okay, in closing, here's what I want you to know. When you dream big dreams, when you push yourself to believe that you are here to do great things, that you are here to do something only you can do, when you're walking in that, fear and doubt will come for you. And when they do, you just have to pick up your sword and go to war. You have to go to war. You have to fight fear. You have to fight self-doubt. You have to tell yourself that you are worthy, that you are able, that you are smart enough, and that you can achieve the things that you set out to. Don't think that you're alone living in doubt, because you're not. We all experience it. Everybody. The good things in life are always worth fighting for. Always. And this is one of them. That big dream that you set, the things that you want to do. You're going to have to fight fear and doubt to move into action. But that action, that discipline, the doing the same crap over and over again, it's really important. You have to continue to do it. But you can't let doubt and fear stall you out. You just can't. Continue moving forward. Continue changing the truth of what your subconscious believes by telling it a new story over and over and over again. I am worthy. I am capable. I can achieve these things. And move forward in that fight against fear. I believe in you. I know that you can do good things, but they're not going to happen on accident. You're going to have to step into it. I love you guys. I can't wait to talk to you next week. I don't know what we're talking about yet, but we shall see.
She doesn't always know until sometimes the day of. So.
Yeah.
But yes, you guys are beautifully and wonderfully made, every single one of you. God created you and knitted you together in your mother's womb for exactly where you are and what you're doing right now. Don't ever doubt that. You're all incredible. We love you guys. We wouldn't get on here every week and prep for this and do all this if it wasn't for every single one of you living out your goals and dreams. And thank you for giving us this place where we can get on here and just, chat you guys up for an hour. So keep shining. Be a light. Brighten up someone else's day every day.
And fight that fear.
That's
You
right.
can do it.
See you guys.
Bye.